do a little thing here. Ah, fuck, I dropped my pick. That's a hard shit, man. I got it. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you got the stuff right beside you. Toss those logs in. Yeah, man. Toss all that stuff in there.
Here, man, I'll give it to you and I'll let you manage that. That's fucking heavy wood, man. Holy smokes. I don't know what to play anymore, man. Fucking running out of ideas. Well, it was nearly summer.
Yes, I'll hear some nice
It was
crap.
nearly summer. We sat on your roof. And we smoked cigarettes and we stared at the moon. And I showed you stars you never could see. It couldn't have been that easy to forget about me. Maybe time, maybe not, maybe. It couldn't have been that easy to forget about me. Maybe even the losers get lucky sometimes. Loser, get lucky sometimes. Get lucky sometimes. Seems supposed to change more than more.
There it goes. Oh, there's two guys.
Big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. You just tall, that's all. Well, got me a working boss man, working around the clock. Want a little drink of water, but he won't let Jimmy stop. Big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. And you just tall, that's all. Well, I'm gonna get me a boss man. One's gonna treat me right. Work hard in the daytime. Rest easy at night. Big boss man. Will you hear me when I call? Girl, you ain't so big, and you just tell us all. What do you think of that?
Oh, good, man.
How's that sound go? Pulled into Nazareth. How was the feeling about a half-past dead? Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just shook his head. No was all he said. Take a load off Annie. Take a load free. Take a load off Annie. Put the load right on me. What do you think of that one?
Pretty good, buddy.
That's the band.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah, it's a nice song. Very traditional for rock and roll there. Basically, I can just do that little spider thing on the guitar, eh? Just find
Going up
notes,
and down, just going up and down the neck
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
find a little pattern. All,
Yeah, I guess you got really quick doing that. As
all
well,
those
right?
are thirds, eh? Like basically, I'm playing a third, and then a third off of that, and a third off of that, and a third off of that, and that might be minor thirds, major thirds, and maybe a few perfect fifths and fourths in there, but. eh. See, that's 5, 4, and 3, right? 5, 4, 3, and then minor. And that's a diminish right there. When you just sit down and you logically figure out music, it only took me 45 years to figure it out.
You got to break it down, right?
But I did get a good. There's the two foundations that I did, right? I had a good musical household with
You're
good,
always around.
but I also had the Sound of Music as a soundtrack, and that's basically music. It goes do, a deer, a female deer. It's like a very melodic and it talks about music a lot, right? And I bet you if you looked at some of the lyrics and you compare like, I am 16 going on 17. I bet you took the time signature of that, it might be really like kooky. Cause 16, 17, I am 16 going on 17.
Looking at it now.
But see, I had that.
Because I think that whole sort of thing's looked at more now than.
But I did a lot.
Critically, the way it was before, right?
My sister used to bore me to tears with all these musicals, and that was one of them. Peter Pan was another, you know, and a lot of like, my dad had a lot of musical, and my sisters were really into that. But I mean, you know, it was punishment back then, but I'm appreciative of it now, because it exposed me to a lot of like interesting tempos. Different instruments, right? The hills are alive with the sound of music, yeah. and And what's her name? Julie Andrews. She was a perfect. She had the perfect pitch, right? She had the perfect voice.
Oh yeah.
So it all worked.
That was remember the first one. I was going like, "What's that mountain? What's that girl on top of it?"
Well, the point is that she.
That was a pretty big thing back
That
then.
was a big album. Like it was a great album to learn music to because of such a. Like she was a Celine Dion of that time.
Yeah.
Except she wasn't as annoying as Celine Dion.
There wasn't much option back then.
Did you see the fucking hocus pocus that's going on in Hollywood, man?
It's going on. It's
Well,
the
who
more,
do they
the more
think-
I see it.
Who do they think they are, man? They're fucking destroying our culture. Don't you find that they're purposely fucking destroying culture?
Yeah, I think there's well, you figure how much money is being fed out of the Fed, you know, how much money is that? So how much money are people
It
getting
seems
paid?
as if
There's an unending supply of
it
it.
seems as if they're basically taking all the liabilities of the Fed, and they're gonna put it on the next generation. The generation
It's not going to pay for it.
they're not gonna be able to figure out what the fuck is this.
It's going to be a yellow jacket attack. Like, do you remember seeing that iPad Go, where the people
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
drowning, where the people were drowning, and what color were they drowning? In a yellow jacket.
Yeah, eh?
You remember that?
Emergency. Peligro. Peligro.
I think it's all
I don't know where that comes from. 5'2", eyes of blue. Do, 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 do. But it did, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it, did it. That's quite different tune, right, than I was playing before. But that's a 12-bar blues.
It's a lot faster.
You know, those are traditional songs. And we owe a lot of debt of gratitude to whoever invented music.
Hmm.
Because it's a modern invention.
I think it's just something that's being out there.
Recorded music is a modern invention of 100 years. Or less. Or more. But I mean,
No, it's gotta be more.
it's more, but I mean,
Right.
the first albums came out in
I
the
remember-
30s and
I
20s.
remember I was watching these things on
Trust me.
these.
Look it up on the Google machine. When did the fucking when did recorded music become popular so that people could afford it?
Well, people could afford
Like
it. That's the difference.
1920s, 30s, people would go and buy
Yeah.
sheet music.
Yeah, because they were
Before that,
running
they bought
they
sheet
were running
music.
out all of the stuff from the those little pins,
Yeah.
you know. But they've been going. Those have been for like, you know, I don't know.
Even if it's 150
7,
years that we've been recording music, it's
Yeah.
songs. There are songs that are 400 or 500 years old and they're still alive because cultures have kept them alive, and we've been able to keep them recorded. But the thing is I think we're losing sight of our humanity,
Mm-hmm.
and part of our loss is going to be music. Could I be right? Because what passes for music now is just percussion.
Oh, I'm toasty.
Yeah. Well, we should put it down somewhere right there. It just with reverb and echo and compression and vocalizers. That's pretty cool. See, all they did there was change one note and change it so much drama, right? Doesn't sound very good. I'm just a victim for your love. I will survive around. I'm just a victim victim for your love. I'm not the one you're thinking of. I was a wind blowing on. These days I was strong. Watching my whole world go down. So I'm just the victim for your love, and I'm not the one you're thinking of. Play that one. That's a play on April Wine song. I love April Wine. Almost every song of April Wine is a hit, eh? Have you noticed that? Almost every April Wine song is a fucking great song. Ooh,
They played a lot of.
what a
They
night.
must have like they were like the
And
Rush of their
everything will be
time, right?
alright.
They just they were one of those bands that just
And
kept on going
I'll
across the
go
country
tonight.
until they got it right.
And I'll be yours till the sun comes up. Fuck, what a great song, man. Ding, 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 ding. Da, 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 dum. Ching. Baby, let's go. Know the light has really hurt my eyes. I come from the land of the tiny ship and the people not so jive. So fine. You know the time's right. And I just need a straight shoot woman to get me through the night. So come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Come on if you want it to be. I don't even need the guitar, man. Ooh, what a night. Everything will be alright.
That's part of your DNA. You're singing right now. That's just it, right?
Yeah, well, I was 10 years old that song came out, man. I've had 40 years to listen to it.
Yeah.
And I listen to music.
That's what I'm saying. It's you've been doing that. It's you're like you know your sort of
Encyclopedia.
autonomic responses are like built into yourself right now. So
Watch this, man.
Yeah.
I try to figure this out here. Figure it out. I fucking had a great line on a song and I fucking lost it. Fuck. But you only have so many choices, right? When you play guitar, you don't want to make it hard on yourself. You want to go C, D, G, A, E. Like you don't want to make fucking a song too complicated. Like you don't want to start in a, but you do start in B sometimes. You go, childhood living is easy to do. Things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Ageless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't ride them someday. I'd watch you suffer, dull aching pain. Now I'm decided to show you the same. No ancient exit stage light. I'm just living See, I know all the chord changes, eh?
Mm.
That's a great Rolling Stones song. I know almost every song on that album. On the Sticky Fingers album.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody had that album.
Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in the market down in New Orleans. Scott, old slaver, he's doing alright. He, you should. Scott, old slaver, you're doing alright. You, that's it right there. Hello, slaver, you're doing alright. You should have heard just around midnight. You know that one? Brown Sugar.
Oh yeah.
Scott, a slaver. Right. Well, see. Talking to some rich folks that you know. I'll be in my basement room with a needle and a spoon and a take my brain away. Take me down, little sister, take me down. I know you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. That's a pretty cool tune, man. That's off of the same album. Like I know pretty much every song on that album, man.
You played so how many times do you figured you played for it? Played each of them.
I don't really
Thousands.
I don't really play. I listen to them.
Yeah. Oh, you listen to them thousands.
Yeah, I listen to them.
Playing maybe hundreds.
I play like, for example, I was learning this one, right? But this was a tough one to do, right? It goes. Here's the diesel song. Hear the diesel drumming all down the line. Oh, hear the wire humming down the line. Oh, hear women sighing all down the line. Oh, hear the children crying all down the line. All down the line, where we got to live. All down the line. Well, you can't say yes and you can't say no, but you leave right there when the whistle blows. I need a mighty fine guy to give it up right now. That's the whole turnaround right there. See that? I went. That turns it around and you go right back into it.
Yeah.
And does it sound like there's a lot going on? There's just two chords, right? And I just change here, back, and then do a C. It's the whole thing's in G because G's the 1 and C's the 4 and D's the 5 because C, D5, right? So when you would look at the sheet music, there would be 1 sharp on that sheet music. Right?
You noted, yeah.
And the ones that you would play, like I do a lot of 7s, right? So you would see like flats and sharps in the music. Say, hey, this note is flattened for this measure, right? And then the way it works is that
I remember writing
you
music,
flatten
but I
it,
never was
and then
really...
when it unflattens, it kind of like it's like programming, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
PLCs,
Yeah.
right?
You got to follow a pattern.
Yeah, and then some, like there's a song that I do that Big Boss Man. It goes a couple of like rests, and then it plays, right? So it goes. Big Boss Man, can't you hear me when I call? Big Boss Man, can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. See the way I stopped there? Mm-hmm. Those are rested in it. That's all. That's all. I got me a working boss man, working around the clock. If you want a little drink of water, but it won't let Jimmy stop. Big Boss Man, can't you hear me when I call? And the trick to this this is how you practice this. And it doesn't make any sense, but I'll show you how it goes. It goes, you play 1, E, but you're supposed to just stop that. You don't want to ring it out. You go 1 E and now you go. You let this one ring. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and you don't play on the 3. You play on the second one. 3 E and 4. And you end up on 4, and you go 2, 3, 4, and you it's complicated, right?
Yeah, I was just honestly, I was getting dizzy just to try to keep up with what you were saying.
So that goes like this. I'll try to do it with the. Am I boring you to tears?
No.
You see how that changes there? That's not even like you hear the guitar, am I right? Like it's a guitar, but I mean it's more like natural music.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't expect that kind of like transition comes in the guitar so smoothly.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got that figured out, right?
Yeah.
Those are all basically similar chords, but you either flatten the fifth or sharper, and there's ninths and 13ths. But the busier the notes,
Yeah.
the more convoluted it is, and then you've got to probably contort your fingers, and it's like you do things. Like you may want to do part of that chord, you may not do the whole thing. You'll have to do like a arpeggiate. You know, like how can I explain?
With an upbeat, is that what that is?
Watch this. Okay. This is brilliant. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure, like I just figured this out on my own, right? Watch this.
Okay.
If you take the notes that I play here,
Yeah.
in a certain arrangement,
Mhm.
they are the same notes here in
Oh,
a different
yeah.
arrangements.
Yeah.
So it's the same note grouping,
Mhm.
but played in a different way. Because see,
Yeah,
it goes, this one here goes to the higher one, and then you bring this one up 4 to 3. You almost like it's like you hear the spring there. It's like it's a relationship because it's 12 beats, 12, and you're basically dividing it by 4, and you're just separating it by 3. Isn't that brilliant? But you can't do that with any other chords.
You can't?
No.
Or it doesn't come out the same rhythm, is that what it is?
Um,
Or it doesn't sort of
because
come
there's
out
4 notes,
yeah.
and those 4 notes, they follow each other
Mhm.
as you're tuning it. When you're doing 3 notes, when I move this 3 this way, these notes here are not necessarily going to be the same. I haven't analyzed
Oh.
it, right? Because there's only 3,
Okay.
right? So if these, okay, so this is an F sharp, this is going to be an A, and this is going to be a D.
Okay.
A, F, C,
Okay.
right? And that's going 2 spaces.
Yeah.
So what's going on, right? Because see, that is a major here, and this is a 7, and I think the 7th has everything to do with it. Because when the 7 is like a progression of every third note is part of the chord. So 1/3 and 1, 3, and a 5 of the scale is the chord, and if you just flatten the 7th, you get the same interval, and it's all harmonic. Right? See, this is a chord called a G major 7. You see
Okay.
how cool it is?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay, but this is even better. This is a G chord.
Well, depending on what sort of you're using it in, sort of like, what kind of circumstances.
This is a G chord.
Okay.
It's got the root of G, it's got the 3rd of G, and it's got the 5th of G, and there's different combinations of it. You'll play some twice, because there's 2 G's there, right? And there's a G here because you're playing an octave right there, and this will be the 5th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 3rd. So there's only one little 3rd right there. And if I do, and makes it a minor. Is that? And that's all there is to music. There's this one,
Yeah.
which is the major, minor,
Mm-hmm.
the fourth,
Mm-hmm.
and the fifth. And now, to be exotic, you do the sixth.
Oh yeah.
It's all mathematics.
And dexterity too. You gotta get that.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that part too. Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? I'm gonna perfect that song. Here's one I like to do.
What's that?
Born on the bad side. If I didn't have any bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. That's a really traditional song for the blues. That's a Albert King song.
I know it's one of my favorite songs growing up.
My first mistake, man. Right there. There's some notes you can't play,
Why not?
and I haven't been able to just decipher which ones not to play because I can find an exception to every rule.
Oh, I guess maybe the renaissance of one note going into the other.
Well, if you play one, you can't play the other. It's an either or kind of thing.
Yeah, when you're blending the two somehow, you know.
Like if you did
Sliding
this,
into
like
it,
for if you did
sure.
this here, that's very dramatic, right? Do 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 do. So you to continue that pattern, you go boom 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 boom. Like that's just like suspenseful, but I mean that's not even music, right? But that's a chromatic scale, and from that you get the scale like. See that? And from that you pick out. Isn't that clever? And then you can do the blues. It's not. If I was in tune right now, I'd really be fucking cooking with gas.
You don't think you're tuned out?
I don't think I'm really in good tune. I'm not bad tune though. I'm gonna play some jazzy chords here for.
Solid sounds good.
These are just exercises I do. What was I doing? How did I go? Let's do it. That makes sense.
I gotta clean up this fireplace. Gonna do this New Year's anyway.
I could do something in it with those positions and get more fluidity there. It's next level stuff though. How's that going? Easy money. No. Boodoo, boodoo, boodoo. That makes sense.
Oh, that's a nice piece right there.
This is the end. My own. This is the end. My only friend. You see that Jim Morrison was like a CIA
Operative.
guy.
Yeah. He was out of UCLA. Right? They're still running it. They had like a program where they were going.
Well, his father was with the CIA or something like that.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, it was nearly summer when we sail on your roof. Do you have any requests, man?
Hey, I always do Rush, you know.
I like life for tender. Oh, son, I love promenade. trouvé l'eau si belle que je me suis baigné. Ça fait longtemps que je t'aime, jamais que je n'oublierai. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais que je n'oublierai. Sur la plus haute branche, le rossignol chantait. Chante, rossignol, chante, toi qui as le cœur gai. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais que je n'oublierai. Il y a longtemps que je t'aime, jamais que je n'oublierai. Know that song? That's a traditional French Canadian song from
Yeah, I've never heard it.
from 1608, man.
Mm.
It's a song that came from France and it fucking survived.
Uh-huh.
The big one.
Yeah.
Well, my baby, waiting at the station. Ain't that good news, man? That's good news. Well, my baby's waiting at the station. Ain't that good news? Ain't that good news? That's a song by Sam Cooke. It's a cool tune, man. Hey, let me follow you down. Way underground, where love is found. Hey, follow you down. Just a deadbeat out on the street. Hey, let me follow you down. The women, dun, 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 dun. And the women. That's another Rolling Stone song.
There's some nice big crackling sounds in there. I'm with now.
The things to want to string to survive on. Want to deny. Well, million vacations is what you got in mind.
Uh-huh. Exactly what I had.
Vacations is what you got in mind. That's Max Webster, man.
Yep. Vacations.
You didn't.
That's when he was.
You didn't expect me to pop that one out, right?
All right.
That's not gonna be too fucking hot, is it? I mean, there's a lot. It's not even cold though.
I always throw wood.
Yeah?
It's not one for heat. It's just one for like visual. But look at the size of the opening on that. I've had like some pretty big
I know, but there's a
fires.
correlation between how cold it is in a place and how much heat you need versus how much fire you're gonna have. You can over fucking do it and basically catch your house on fire.
This is
Well, you better have
this
insurance,
is
man.
this is an insert.
You guys are my witness, and I'm gonna want a full
This is
restitution
an
on my
insert.
on my
So
gear.
the
It's on my
one that
intellectual
actually
property.
goes out the side, that's all that by code.
My
that it
pants will
needs.
probably be on fire.
But I got extra code because it goes up that way.
The warden. I think I've done that. I've done that one already. This is such a cool song. Okay, this is a Chris Christopherson song.
I remember that. My movies like that
Take
guy.
the ribbon from your hair. Lying soft against your skin. Pretty nice lyrics so far. Like shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side. In the early morning light. All I'm taking is your touch.
Oh, you're live right now,
I
aren't
don't
you?
care if I'm right or wrong. I'm only trying to understand. That the
Oh, there you
devil
are.
takes tomorrow. And tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone. And tomorrow's out of sight. Ain't it sad to be alone? Help me make it through the night. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Ain't it sad to be alone? Help me make it through the night. I don't wanna be alone. Help me make it through the night. So that song is all about drugs, eh? That's about heroin, that song.
Yeah. He was cranking quite a bit of it back then.
I don't think
guess,
so. I don't think so. I think that guy's been a pretty straight arrow all his life, man.
You don't think so?
Chris Christopherson, man, maybe at worst he
Yeah,
drinks,
yeah,
but
think-
I don't think he's been
he
he's
went
never
around.
been a junkie.
Yeah, he
man.
did a lot of drinking, Jay.
He used to be a helicopter pilot for the army, so you couldn't be fucking high doing that.
You wouldn't be surprised, though, right? Once you get good at something, you can just want to get better at it.
Yeah, I know. Risky life for the fun of it. Some people are like, some people like that. You know what happens to them? They're dead. You got to be prudent in life. Be a professional. All you have to do is change one note and it changes the whole dynamics of it. Down, 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 down. Who does that song? That's not working out, man. Let's do this. Grr. That's not it. That's fucking no good. I need a little easel.
Here you go. Here, put your brush in here.
Because I basically want to be able to drink my drink here. So that's going to be good for Sadio. Thanks a lot. Oh, and I'm going to put it so I can see the fire. The fire there is like, holy fuck. Against the wind, man. Against the wind. Bob Seger does some of the nicest songs, man.
Anytime you're sitting on the road, playing that song 40, 50, 60, 100 times, you get pretty good at what you want, how you want it to make it sound.
Oh, yeah, well,
right?
Bob Seger's a professional, man.
Yeah.
So one of the songs. Working on the night moves. Working on some working on the night moves. Summertime. So I'm making that into a complicated 4 and 3 at the same time. So it works out to 12.
Well, it sounds good, I think. Times Square's still going on, it's like 3 hours later.
Well, hey now, baby, I said I like your style. Won't you come and talk to me for a little while? 'Cause you make me crazy, baby, you're the one. Baby, it's a cold rain. I feel I'm in the mood. You see the pattern that happens there? Hey, baby, the hour is late. I feel I gotta move. Move, move. Do, 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 that one? Money! And see how I did that? That just came out like that because it fits so perfectly. And the genius of it is that somebody put it on a record like a Pink Floyd and used it in such a good way, right? None of that bullshit. And that was, holy fuck. The old man hear that, man? Did you hear that, Dad? Are you gonna be okay? You haven't been triggered, I hope. You know what? Maybe that's what happened. We protected people from fucking being triggered. And all of a sudden they can't be triggered.
Or they just let loose.
I know, eh?
Right.
Our kids are in a bubble, but some of our kids are mavericks. Like my kids, fuck, I don't know, man. They fucking have a lot of, I don't know, stick-to-itiveness, or they do shit. They sacrifice everything just to travel. They got nothing. They just do a gig and they travel.
You have to experience everything that way, though. There is an advantage to it, I think, too.
Here's a nice song. Tuesday's gone with the wind. Train rolls on. On down the line. I'm taking my woman back home. Tuesday That was just a potpourri of just chords that I played. That were all intervals. Everything
You
is.
practice one for the other?
They're all very like I move myself very sparsely, but I just know which one's gonna make the best sounds and choreographically go in a certain direction. Right? By moving one note, I change the dynamics of it. I move another note, two spaces. Like I do it, I make sure that everything is musical. Like every one of those notes that I hit is the part of that scale that I was talking about. That's why it's so cool. And then when I slip into like this, because that's a passing note, and that's fun to do, right? Because that's how blues do it. Like if you do a regular blues scales, that's a pentatonic, right? But then you do
it scales.
But you do this.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. You play that extra note there. Dun, dun, dun. So you turn your blues scale.
Yeah.
You add two notes to it. The very notes, not necessarily the very notes, but different notes.
Yeah.
Then you took away from the other one to have the blues scale. Remember what I said? There's 12 chromatic notes, 12 notes. Takes 7 of those to make the scale. There's 5 left, and that's a pentatonic. And now the pentatonic, I added this note here. I added that passing note. Right? It adds that thing to it. So now you got a 7, and now I got a 6 because I've added that passing note. You see how cool that is?
Comes out good.
And then you do this kind of stuff. So that's one pattern. Here's another one. And another one would be this one here. No, yeah, and then see that one there? And it's the next one is just the exact opposite. It's all fucking geometrics on a guitar. See how I'm going around in circles there? I went everywhere, in every chord. You know what I'm saying? I changed keys probably 5 different times. Do that. See, and that song would have come out back in the day, and I would have been strumming that song back then. So I've been doing it since then, using the same chords in different songs. But I remember the beats, right?
So that finger dexterity comes in automatically, right?
There's a lot of songs I didn't hear too, right? I'm just showing you the ones I know. Right? I love this album right here, okay? I'm trying to remember it. As soon as you are able, honey, I am willing to make a break changes. Oh, keep on rolling. You ever hear that one?
No.
Yes. That's a REO Speedwagon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Roll
you
with the
say it.
changes.
Yeah.
As soon
That
as
was
you
quick
are
set.
able, honey, I am willing. Make or break that we are on the brink of the table. Honey, I am willing. If you're tired of the same old story, old earned pages, I'll be here when you are able to roll the changes. Du-du-du-du. That's a good tune, man. Right?
Yeah. It's a good rhythm, right?
believe
It's,
it's
it's,
time
it's,
for
it's
me
one of
to
those sort of
fly.
very familiar ones.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. You said we'd work it out, and you said that we had no doubt, and deep down we were really in love. Well, I'm tired of holding on to a feeling I know is wrong. I do believe that I've had enough. I've had enough of the falseness of a worn out relations. Enough of the fantasy and the incarnation. I'm going to say goodbye, but it's time for me to fly, fly. It's time for me to fly. It's time for me to fly. That's a cool tune. That's another REO Speedwagon song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard. I never really followed a lot of this.
No?
I think
Good
I
too.
heard them on the radio, but I don't think I ever bought a Higher Sweetwagon. Yeah.
I bought a lot of records, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I gave them all away. And then I bought CDs and I gave those away. And I bought more CDs and I gave those away.
I still got most
But
of
I,
my records.
yeah, but I still listen to them, right?
Yeah. I still got to set that up. I got to whack it.
Here's a song that everybody loves. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure it out here. I woke up. I woke up this morning, found from my shoes, got me these boardwalk blues. Woke up this morning, got me from my shoes. Got these boardwalk blues. I'm gonna make this song
Yeah.
so beautiful, so simple. Watch this. I got up this morning, feel around for my shoes. Got me these old walking blues. I got me. Put my head down to my shoes. Got me those walking blues. Well, I feel like blowing my lonesome home. I'm lucky it was gone. Got up this morning, feel around for my shoes. Well, I got up this morning, I had me those walking blues. I do the Mona Lisa thing. Mona Lisa. You make enough noise between it all, and it's like inarticulate, but there's one note that's musical
Keeps
through
it
it.
into what you're
Yeah.
trying to express itself as, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a built-in distortion.
Mm.
But that's all a part of the funnery, right? Does a Jimmy Stevie Ray Vaughan thing. It's a nice little chord, eh?
That's a dashing chord, I'd have to say.
Here's another one. Hello there. Hello there, my old friend. Not so long ago, still the end. Since in the pouring rain, on the way up the road, we started over again. Living our dream. Still in tune, but not really, right? It's a little bit off, I think. Well, I hear them talking when I'm on the street. And mouths don't move, but I can hear them speak. What's the matter with the boy? He don't come around no more. Is he slipping out the show? He's hearing voices on the street. Well, I'm always hearing voices on the street. I could spice that up, but I'm worried about this fire, man. I'm gonna have to escape here. Fucking don't want to burn to death. That became a very traditional pattern to play guitar, man. That's fucking so dangerous, man. It's craziness. beer around here? Or it's over here, right? I got 2 beers, I think.
That's what you call a roaring fire.
Did you hear that Rolling Stones song?
From the other side, yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, hey, you get off of my cloud. Hey. Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling out of the Eastern Seaboard. Six days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, it's been 6 weeks since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not lying on the other guy. I could find one to hold me tight and have to beg to leave, it's alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. See, that's just a 1-4-5 pattern. Anybody can learn that. You gotta fucking pump the brakes on this thing, man. It's haunting me. I was involved in the fucking fire when I was a kid, man. It's fucking dangerous.
I know. This one's like, the flute that I've got in there is twice the flute that normally goes into a fireplace.
Wow.
But,
All I'm saying, man,
what-
you're overkilling. It's not even cold out. I could see if it was minus 32, then.
It's just nice to have the fire when you're going.
Yeah, I know, but you
That's
don't
the
need
only
that much
reason
fire.
Normally I don't.
That's good. That's the reason I don't want you to do it, because
No.
it's not something
Look
that.
at how good it looks on the picture though.
It's dangerous, man.
That looks pretty good on the picture.
Savio, man. I'm gonna have to make an exit plan, man, because I'm fucking getting nervous.
No, this one is like, I'm sure it's like the safest one in the city.
Savio, you're fucking reckless, man. That's what I'm saying. You fucking burn this place down, man, it's gonna fucking be a hardship of proportions that you don't
I was the one
understand.
that built this thing. I know
You don't
exactly
understand.
what it's capable of. What I wanted was like the biggest flame. My
You don't
flute,
understand.
You could actually get into the flute. From
It doesn't
where
make a
I found it.
difference.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
It's just dangerous. Heat is heat,
Oh, heat, yeah.
you know.
All of this is all stone. All of that back there
I
is
know.
all stone.
But don't
And
fucking
it's
put any
actually-
more wood on there, man. I fuck
it's
my.
actually an
It's
intro
cooking my
to-
fucking ear. It's insane, man.
It's a big fireplace, eh?
Here's a song that I figured out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All the times have come. Fear put down and won. Seasons don't feel the reaper, nor do the wind, do the sun or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, baby. Baby, I'm your man. Do do diddle do diddle do diddle do diddle. Do diddle do diddle do diddle do diddle. Do diddle do diddle do diddle do diddle. Do diddle do diddle. I'm fucking getting nervous, Savio.
Look how good that fire looks though. You can shut the glass on it if it's
Not, it's not. That's gonna make it worse. It'll fucking be so hot that glass will fucking shatter, man.
Oh, it's designed. I've had a lot more fire than that. Here, let me shut it for you. Just to
We need to fucking put
Calm
the
your-
fire
calm your
down
nerves.
somehow.
calm your nerve down some a little bit there. There.
Will it go out a bit?
Oh no, it'll go even get bigger. But it's designed to be an enclosed fireplace like that. Right? But like look at all the nice red flames on it. Like zoom down on it there.
That's scary, man. That's fucking.
Oh, you can't. You gotta light
That is
into the.
that is Satan's den, man. That's where you go when you're in hell, man. That's exactly what happens.
Oh, you know what that is? That keeps you warm.
Come on, Savio. That's warm and fucking.
And it's a very nice fire. You should
I don't
see
wanna
all of the. You can't see all of the
I'm not
nice
going there.
glowing logs and all of the nice ambers in there.
I'm
You
not
can't catch
fucking-
that on there.
You know what, man? I think people are possessed right now. With this whole,
Everybody is.
all those pronoun things there, that's out of hand.
People haven't been challenged for so long. I guess that
It's dangerous.
now it's dangerous to challenge anybody. Yeah.
San Quentin, I hate every. San Quentin, I hate every. San Quentin, I hate it. How does
There. That's what it was designed to do. Like that's a perfect shot for it. Look at all of the different levels that you have on
San
there.
Quentin, I hate every inch of you. You hear that one?
Yeah. That's a
San
good one.
Quentin, I hate every inch of you. That's so like Williams kind of stuff. Carter family.
Is that what it is?
Miss Virginia Hills, Michigan. Well, we are around here, and I'm fucking You know, it's like an Indian call from a traditional mixing of native and.
Oh yeah.
and
I've never heard that.
Well, I would say that haunting screeching call, that's something that's probably
Comes from that background.
maybe.
Look at the colors in there, man. You gotta admit, it's not a big flame at this point. But the colors in there are just beautiful.
It is. That's shit, man. That's shit too. It's a pretty cool sound. Very musical. This is the end. My own friend, the end. Is that cool?
That sounds good,
My only friend, the end.
Yeah, where the heck did I keep my phone? Oh,
What's the name of that song that I like so much?
I was thinking, why have I got my phone? What's going on with my phone?
If your world is all screwed up, rearrange it. Raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell. Well, if you don't like what you got, why don't you fight it? The world is all screwed up, rearrange it. Well, raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell. That's not working out for me, man. And the sun is shining, it's crazy city. And the sun is shining, isn't it a pity? And every year has a share of tears. Do you think bands are still touring, man? Like, is anybody
Oh,
playing in
fuck yeah.
clubs? Who's playing in clubs?
I don't know. You know how much you get if you're going to a club? They're just if you can set up the right deal there,
Yeah.
right? And a little bit off if you got a liquor license and you can get a little bit off that. Holy fuck!
I see what you're
You know?
saying. Could be like
Like,
could
I
be
don't know how
a
much
semi-retirement.
When I found out that just the returns off one of the places from the beaches there, one of their parades, just the returns were worth $20,000. Just the empties. Can you imagine how much money they made for? Yeah, it was mind-boggling.
See how we did that there? That's just a chord, right? Just take it apart. Another chord. Then I throw this diminished 5. 4. I can just go in circles, man. Circles, circles. That's a really hard one to do. See how that goes? That's a very traditional French song called La Bastille. starting to get it, man. Pretty crazy, eh?
That was good.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to do, man.
So what? It's yeah. You're actually it's you're going there pretty quick at the same time.
There's some intricate missteps that you have to do, triplets. And double stops. Bam, 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 I'm missing a little bit. That is fucking really intricate, man.
Gets into some pretty nice little tunes in there.
Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, donnez-vous, donnez-vous, sonnez les matines, sonnez A maybe. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, donnez-vous, donnez-vous, sonnez les matines, sonnez la matine, ding ding dong, ding ding dong. I still know that song from when I was a kid, man. You ever
You
hear
learned
that?
that in school? Is that what that one was?
Well, that's very, you know, your parents were saying that
Oh,
for you, right?
yeah.
This old man, he played too. He played knick-knack on my shoe with a knick-knack. Paddywhack, hit the dong-dong-dong. This old man came rolling. You ever hear that one?
Well, as a kid, I don't know. I've heard a lot of those songs when I was maybe when I was younger. Not like
This old man, he played knick-knack on my door with a knick-knack. Paddywhack.
That was a pretty good bird.
I'll tell you this though. I'm really getting to a point in my music that I fucking should fucking do something, at least on YouTube with it.
Set up your own station.
Well, I'm gonna work with my nephew. My nephew's an engineer.
Yeah.
He's got engineering skills and he's got the gear, so I'm just gonna record with him. I'll just basically give him.
mics. I haven't.
I should
tested
basically
them
give
all
him
there.
all
I should
my
probably go
licks,
and, see what,
teach him how
each of
what
them
I'm
is gonna
doing.
sound like.
He's a really good guitar player, and all that
Yeah.
stuff would really add to a good dimension to his style. It'd be easier for him to learn my style than for me to learn his style. I just play melodically, melody player kind of thing. We know that.
Yeah.
The sound of that fire, if recorded, would really be Probably a hit on the internet, especially with the Wiccans.
Wickets.
Yeah, they fucking love fires, those guys. It's an ABBA song, I think. I like ABBA. I'm smoking dope for today.
I still got this one left.
You're doing good, man. I'm fucking up, right? I'm starting to fuck up. I'm mixing my
Still
genres.
sounds good.
I'm mixing my genres. Right? I'm trying to do this one, right? But I wanted. I could pull songs out of fucking hats, right? Oh, it's. I got a feeling for the blues since my baby said goodbye. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let my head and cry. It's been some day with me somehow. Oh Lord, I wish I would have had it now. You know, the lonesome blues. Fucking, that's the first sit of Hank Williams, man. Lonesome Blues. And I'm shitting. I'm not even doing a good job.
I had two people that came and viewed this thing.
Pardon me.
I'll put it on Facebook there. I'll put the fire on Facebook.
When you go to E, where can you go after that?
Well, it's either a place down the street
No, you're in E, right? So
or
now,
E. I think they said to E.
so now the B flat.
A lot of places to eat around here.
No, I mean there's nothing gonna be open there. So
Yeah.
Do do da do da da. Do do da da. Do do da da. Do do da da. Do 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 da da. Do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's very unique right there. You know, it's almost impossible for media to not conglomerate. They almost like need to do it.
To feed off each other.
Yeah.
Because it's a psyche that you have to change, right? You don't do that town by town. You change it like from one end to the other because everybody's connected now.
So what's the motivation to have surveillance the way it is?
Sure.
I know, but
Well, like as
we're not
well as
commer-
controlling.
we're not
everybody.
going to consume for the sake of satisfying their appetites. Trust me, we're not.
No. was that?
It's been a long time. I'm gonna say goodnight.